Hey everyone, it is time for a weekly tarot forecast. Join me on this extremely humid day in New York for some esoteric insights. Before we get started, I just wanted to give a little bit of some feedback on some of the most recent readings that I have been doing. Lots of people right now on huge paths of self-discovery. That is a clear common thread in a lot of readings that I have been doing, on top of people going through periods of completely dismantling and letting go of patterns and aspects of themselves that have been kept in rotation. So if you've been feeling like right now is a good time to shake things up and do something new, trust me, I couldn't tell you more that it is. With that being said, the first card that I am going to pull is going to represent something that we are saying goodbye to this week. All right, we are saying goodbye to the Five of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords is saying it is time to let go of feeling dismantled. It is time to let go of feeling like you were put on a timeout. It is time to let go of feeling like boundaries have been jeopardized. Maybe it was something that you did that unfortunately caused a gap between you and someone or an aspect or part of your life that you've had to distance yourself away from because you probably got a little too close to where comfort would be, and you were, essentially kind of put on a timeout for not respecting or understanding boundaries and kind of going a little crazy until you were put into this period of like a timeout. Five of Swords is also a good opportunity for us to pay attention to how many steps it took from us getting from the point of having the distance put between us and getting to the place of where we have figured out and have come to realize areas and aspects that we might have fallen short or might have abused or disrespected in those who are around us. This is great because it gives us an opportunity to learn from the mistakes that we are making and apply them in the future with a specific goal intended. It gives us an opportunity to see how long that process took us and what we can do better, what we can do to help bridge those types of boundaries, those types of situations where someone was not heard completely. What we are welcoming in. Very interesting. So we are saying goodbye to the Five of Swords, only to welcome in the Six of Swords. All right, so whatever that Five of Swords was, wherever that sent us in terms of where we had to go and learn boundaries, where we had to go and learn where we are disrespecting ourselves and our surroundings and maybe just not connecting, the Six of Swords is saying that it is now time to uproot ourselves and go to a place of peace. Go to a place where we can celebrate the lessons that we have learned. It is time for us to seek refuge. It is time for us to leave what we need to in the past. Obviously, we will be carrying aspects of what caused those violations, that Five of Swords violation. And we will be carrying it with us, but I think that it is more of a conscious idea as to how to not make the same mistake again. You know, ideally, the Six of Swords is leaving anything that is hurting us behind in search of those greener pastures, in search of where we think that we can rebuild the dream. The next card that I am going to pull is going to represent something that is going to be a block in this next week. All right, the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is saying that something that we are going to have a hard time with is going to be embracing tradition, embracing rule, embracing a curriculum that was probably not one that we had intended. So while you are in search of these greener pastures, while you are on this path of discovery, remembering that you will have to submit, remembering that you will have to attune yourself to rules and regulations and patterns of thought that will contradict, that will push you to grow and become the greatest form of yourself, is going to be a huge block for this next week. Now, the Hierophant doesn't mean to be so tyrannical. The Hierophant truly wants us to learn at a pace that is where we can retain that knowledge, where we can retain the fact and put it into action. So do go slow. Do not get caught up in whatever needs to be the immediate dream. And I think that you will probably absorb the information that is going to be around you in a much stronger way. All right, the last card that I am going to pull is going to be a power, something that we can utilize when things get tough. Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands wants us to know that while we might be setting up this idea, this dream in our minds, anyone who claims to be part of that, we need to get used to the idea that they might not actually be. That part of this path is going to require you to do things on your own and do things without the support of others. There will be times where people have to get off of the ship, and you will have to try and figure out where your direction is asking you to go. That Six of Swords. And not relying on another factor, another person in the picture for you for you to finish your dream, for you to get to a place of feeling that structure and hope are part of your life again. Ten of Wands, you have it in you. You have the ability to overcome. You have the skill set, and I think that is an important thing to note here, is just remembering that no matter what it is that is thrown at you, whether you have someone who is with you till the end or not, that you have gained the experience, that you have gained the strength in order to complete the mission alone, if that is what is asked of you. All right, thank you so much, and I will see you all again next time.